What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the law of attraction. How the law of attraction is working in our everyday lives, and how do we know this is working for us? For me, I wasn't aware of the law of attraction working because I was in a state of lack for most of my life. I was in a state of wanting, of needing, and what this does is that the law of attraction never stops working. The law of attraction is always working. We cannot stop this from its movement. So what happens is when you are in a subconscious, almost automatic way of living your life, we are unaware of what we are attracting into our lives. We're unaware that our thoughts, feelings, and words are attracting the same vibration of what it is that we are intending into the universe. The law of attraction is that like attracts like. And what this means is that we attract what we are. We don't necessarily attract what we want. And this is the misconception that I used to have back in the day of the law of attraction. That if I just think about what I want, that it's going to magically appear. And boy, did that never happen. Never ever happened for me. What I did attract was who I was what I was, who I am at that point in time. And this is the best thing that could happen, because that means that we are the co-creators of our reality, meaning that by changing our decisions, by changing what we decide to put our focus on, our intention, we can attract the outcome of what it is that we intend to attract. When we eat a piece of fruit, that piece of fruit becomes you, gives you energy, and it becomes you. It helps you grow, gives you vitamins. When we eat a banana, an apple, this is what happens. And so energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred. This means me in the past, when I was eating all of these animals, bacon, processed meats, ham, chicken, beef, every single day, what I was doing was I was consuming this traumatized energy, and then the law of attraction has to make that into me, because there's just no other way for that to happen. I must now become this energy. I used to think that energy could be destroyed. Energy could be like, if I were to burn something, a piece of paper, that it's gone forever. But what really happened is that it just transformed into another form of energy. It just is now a part of the air. And the question I would have asked myself back then is, well, how do we know that it transformed into an energy? I don't see it, I don't see the piece of paper that I've burnt. It's gone. But it's the same thing with the oxygen that we're breathing. We can't see it, but we know it's there because I'm breathing it. It's keeping me alive. Same thing with the words that I'm speaking. You're not seeing the words that I'm speaking, yet you can feel them. You know that they're there. It's invisible, but it's there, and I'm communicating with you. I'm just realizing more and more that it's about being grateful for what you have. It's not necessarily about wanting to achieve something or wanting to conquer something. It's about realizing that I'm alive, realizing that I'm here, alive, and I have breath in my lungs, and I have a beating heart. I have a place to live. I have food to eat. And about being grateful, what that does is that it liberates me. It liberates me from the things that I don't have, because concentrating on what I don't have, for me, creates anxiety, it creates anticipation, it creates a distance between what I already have, which is trying to tell me, Jeff, you're here, man. You have a body, you have a vehicle, you have a life right now, and to be grateful for that now, not tomorrow, not in 2 weeks, not in 2 hours, but to be grateful for this life right now, this minute. This viewer, you the viewer, I want you to be grateful for what you have, because some people on this planet didn't get to wake up. Some people on this planet didn't have a chance like we did. And who says that in 2 weeks from now my life is promised? Who says that in an hour from now my life is promised? Story about the law of attraction. I drive for Uber in my free time, and I've had many people leave their phones and leave their wallets in my car with tons of money, really expensive phones and stuff. And I had a choice. I could return it or I could keep it. And of course, this is not who I am. I don't need another phone. I don't need another wallet. Even if that person had money, more money than me, that's just not how I roll. And so I decided to give it back, and I gave all of it back. I even found a wallet on the street, on the street of a road, and decided to stop my car and pick it up and find the person and give it to them. And then last week I was doing the video for emotion, and I went home and I received a call from my friend Jonathan, and he tells me, hey man, someone called me saying that they have your wallet. You lost your wallet. And that's when I knew that the law of attraction is real, because what comes around goes around, Had I stolen these people's wallets, then what would have happened was I would have given enough intention, given enough energy for a person with that mindset to go and now steal my wallet. But instead, it attracted someone that was the same as me, with the same morals and the same moral compass, to find my wallet. And I lost the wallet in the park, meaning this is a great place to lose your wallet. And he came back and gave it back to me, and I was just so grateful for that. So grateful for that. The law of attraction also works subconsciously, meaning that if we don't know what our subconscious has in store for us, then our life will feel like it is out of control, like we're not the ones that are in control of our lives. But I realized along my path that the body is the subconscious mind. It's not necessarily up here, but it's your entire being is the subconscious mind. And what that means is that the feelings that you get in your body are trying to communicate with you. They're trying to tell you and give you a heads up of certain things that are happening to you in the present moment. And if we ignore these signs, then what's going to happen is just going to accumulate, and we're going to lose control over that. What are the thoughts that are going on in your head? What are the words that you're using in your everyday life? What are the actions and deeds that you perform in your everyday life? How is it that you're responding to people in your everyday life? Because whether we know this or not, whatever comes around goes around. We're just going to get more of who we are, of what we put out there. And I know this, for me, this is happening in my life, where just by simply changing the words that I use being conscious of the energy that I'm using and feeling behind my words are everything. They can change the way the message is received. Just because someone has a really long resume with amazing experience and has worked with really famous people and all this, doesn't mean that their message is necessarily a message that can be received by another person, because it's all about the energy that is behind that, the words that they're using. I've met people along my path that have been on that caliber, and their message was really hard to receive because they were speaking from their ego. They weren't necessarily speaking from their hearts. And the ego is the competitive one. It's the one that wants to compete and wants to fight with you and wants to prove you wrong. And I've met people who don't have any of these things. They don't have resumes and have worked with famous people and all this. And when you listen to them speak, it's like you can receive the message wholeheartedly because they're communicating with you on a different level. They're communicating with you from this openness that is so easy to receive. The way I'm using the law of attraction to my advantage is to eat high energy foods, eat high electric foods every single day. Bananas, kiwis, apples, grapes. These foods are high in vitamins, high in energy, and they make me feel great. Back in the day when I used to be eating Popeyes and KFC and steak, egg, and cheese and all this, yeah, it tasted great or whatever, but I was so depressed back then. When I look at myself and I would look in the mirror, I was not content with who I was. I was not content with the path that I was going in, and I had no idea, because for the longest time I was programmed to eat these kinds of foods. I was indoctrinated. And so if you're out there and you're thinking about changing your diet, just know that it's not your fault. It is not your fault that we grew up in this society where we were programmed to eat certain foods that just do not serve us. And we have a misconception of the law of attraction that if I just think positive thoughts, that positive things are going to happen to me. And what I'm realizing is that we have to step into radical action. We have to do. We have to be in the middle of it. And we have to be willing to experience the positive and the negative. We have to be able to realize that the universe is working through us. We are the filter and we are the co-creators of our universe. The universe is working through us. We are the universe. And we are the creators of our reality. That's why I come here to film in nature, to prove to myself that I'm the one consciously choosing to be here, to be next to the plants, be next into nature, and that I'm not really truly alone. That separation and isolation is the biggest illusion that there is. Even me being here in this vast park, this park is huge, but being in this park, one can feel like they're by themselves, but I'm not by myself. I just saw some ants the other way. There's some mosquitoes that are trying to bite me, but thanks to some bug repellent, they're keeping away. There are birds around here. There's the air. There's these trees that are alive and have a conscious life, and that there's a harmony that we fail to see in society. Harmony with these plants and these trees that take in our carbon dioxide and give us back oxygen so that we can continue to live our best lives is something that society doesn't necessarily teach us. They just want to teach us about trigonometry spelling bees and stuff like this. Attracting what it is that you desire, you have to ask yourself, because we like to point the finger a lot in society. I used to do this, where if I was in a group of people that I didn't want to be around, I'd be like, well, it's their fault. They're the ones that are being negative or whatever. I'm being the positive one and stuff. And no. No. That's not how it works. The way it works is that you are the one. I was the one that was giving subconscious permission to my body to be in a place that was not serving me anymore. And so it was no one's fault for me to be experiencing what I was experiencing. And so more and more, what is it that I've been attracting into my life? I've been attracting freedom. I've been attracting abundance. I've been attracting choice. And the way that I'm attracting this is by acknowledging and saying that I am freedom. I am abundance. I am choice. This is why I get to do this whenever I feel, because I'm deciding that this is my life. I am deciding that I am free. I am free. I'm not here to be a slave to anyone. And if you're here, freedom is your birthright. If you are here, fun is your birthright. If you are here, choice is your birthright. And so I want to leave this video with, who are you? Who are you, and what have you attracted into your life? And are you happy with where you are, or are you unhappy with where you are? And if you are unhappy, then how can you become more authentic so that you can start carving your life the way you want it to be? Because you deserve everything. Because you are special. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.